Hi you guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Brad, this is the Firefighter's Financial Toolbox. Today we're going to talk about what to do with an old 401k. So what I mean by that is you've worked for a company for a amount of time, you've had a 401k with them, and now you've either left the company or got terminated or whatever it is. But anyway, you've moved on from that company, but you have this 401k left. What do you do with it? Well, you got a couple options. The first one is simple, do nothing. You guys, you have time. You don't have to roll it over or do anything like that right away. The company has to hold that plan for you indefinitely if you choose. So let's talk about why you would consider doing that. Well, there's a couple of reasons. First one is, let's say for example that you have a really good 401k plan with low fees and you've got the funds in it that you like and they don't cost very much. This is a good option to leave it because the fees are going to stay the same. Second thing is you are 55 or over, but you're not 59 and a half yet, and you're going to need that money because you've decided to retire early. Now, as you know, if you roll over a 401k to an IRA, it has the 59 and a half rule. But if you leave employment from a private and you have a 401k and you're 55 or older, you can start taking money from that plan immediately, penalty free. Now, of course, you will pay taxes on it if it's traditional, but you can take that money out penalty free. The third reason you might decide to do nothing is you know you're going to get a new job soon and you're going to probably be rolling it into that new plan, which brings us to option number 2. You roll your 401k into a new 401k or a new qualified plan. Maybe your new company has a 403b or a 457b or whatever. And they allow you to take that old 401k and roll it into your new plan. If you do that, it's simple. Now that money gets taken out of one account, rolled into the new account, and goes forward. The third option is you take it out and you roll it over into an IRA. Now, this one's not as easy as we think about, and I'll tell you why. It's easy. If you have a traditional 401k and all your money is pre-taxed, you can roll it over to a traditional IRA. Simple. Right? But what if you made Roth 401k contributions and you have Roth, you've decided that you're going to be smart because you're in a low tax bracket, so you're doing all your money in Roth 401k. Well, you guys, if you have a company match, when you go to roll that money over, they're going to send you 2 checks. They're going to give you the money, your Roth 401k money, which you can roll to a Roth IRA. But if your employer had a match, that employer match money is always traditional. So you would have to roll that money into a traditional IRA as well, which isn't a huge problem, except for a few situations. What if you are a single guy and you're close to the Roth threshold? Now let's talk about the Roth threshold amounts here. If you're single, the phase out limit starts at $124,000 and goes all the way up to $136,000. If you're married filing jointly and you make between $196,000 and $206,000, you're in the phase out limit where you can't make Roth contributions. Is it right or wrong? Depends on your situation. If you're close to that limit and you don't have any other traditional IRAs, you may want to hold off rolling that money to a traditional IRA because it would affect your ability to make non-deductible traditional contributions and then turn around and roll them into a Roth IRA. So that's something to think about if you're close to those numbers. Might be a reason why you hold off a little bit and roll it into the next plan. Okay, so we've talked about the 3 big options, right? Doing nothing, rolling it into a new 401k or other qualified plan, or rolling it to an IRA. The last thing we're going to talk about is cashing it out. You guys, and I waited to do this till last because this is something you absolutely should not do. Okay? I can tell you I did it. So, let's say that you've worked for a company for a few years and you have $10,000 in your 401k. So, about $10,000 in your 401k. You leave employment with that company and you don't know what to do, so you cash it out. Okay, first of all, let's say you're in the 24% tax bracket. So that money obviously is taxed at 24%. So right off the bat, they're going to give you a $2,400 haircut. Remember, there's also a 10% penalty on the total balance. So 10% of 10,000 is another $1,000. You guys, if you take that $10,000 and cash it out, you're actually only going to get $6,600. Don't do that. That is absolutely the last option. Now, I understand there may be a situation where you absolutely need that money and there's no other option. It's an option. You guys, if you only take away one thing I said today, don't cash out your 401k. Roll it over to another plan, leave it alone, or roll it to an IRA. Now remember, everybody's situation is different and it's going to depend on your needs, your family's needs, and your particular situation. Anyway, I hope this helped you out. I hope this gave you some ideas. You guys, if you have questions about what we talked about, put them in the comments. As I said, in the community, we learn together. All right, I hope you got something out of this. If you did, do me a favor. Drop me a thumbs up. It really helps the algorithm. If you're not already subscribed, you guys, please think about subscribing to the channel. All right, we'll see you.